Today, we're diving into a story where the innocence of a child meets the power of the divine in a way that is just truly remarkable. This is The Boy Who Fed God, the story of Śrī Raghunandana Ṭhākura.
But let's kick things off with a question that really gets to the heart of this whole story. What do you do when you offer a gift with all your heart, but the God you're offering it to just won't accept it?
Okay, so to get this story, we've got to go back in time, to a really special place, the holy village of Śrī Khanda.
Now, this village was home to a family that everyone looked up to. At the center of it were three brothers. But for our story, we're going to focus on the household of one of them, Sri Mukunda Das.
You have to understand, Śrī Khanda wasn't just any old village. This was a place where pure devotion was basically in the air they breathed. It wasn't just about going through the motions. It was this deep, selfless love and service that had been passed down for generations.
And it's into this incredibly devout world that our main character is born, a young boy whose simple act of faith would become the stuff of legend.
So let's meet Raghunandana. Born way back in 1510, his life was on a spiritual track from a super early age. In fact, the defining moment of his life happened when he was just a little kid, and it set the stage for everything that came after.
And when I say little, I mean little. He was just 5 years old. Think about that. At an age when most kids are just playing, Raghunanda was handed this huge, sacred responsibility. His dad gave him the job of performing the daily worship for Lord Sri Gopīnātha, the family's cherished deity. And this wasn't like a pretend game. This was a serious spiritual duty, the kind usually only adults would handle.
So, you have this simple, sacred task, and a 5-year-old boy, and it's about to turn into a full-blown spiritual crisis.
Raghunandana did exactly what he was told. With total, pure sincerity, he prepared the bhoga, that's a food offering, and he presented it to the deity, Lord Gopīnātha, just like he'd seen his father do.
So he waits, right? He expects the deity to eat, but after a while, he peeks and the food is completely untouched. Can you just imagine being a little kid and seeing that? What would you even think?
Well, he just got flooded with anxiety. In his mind, it wasn't that the deity was ignoring him. No, he thought he had messed up, that he'd failed in his duty and disappointed not just his father, but God.
So, in his panic, the little boy just starts pleading, crying with all the pure-hearted desperation a 5-year-old can have, yelling, "Please eat, eat." And right here, this is the moment everything changes. It's when a child's raw, unfiltered love makes a connection that just completely breaks the rules of reality. That heartfelt plea, that pure love, it actually captivated the divine. And in response, Lord Gopīnātha did the impossible. He ate the whole offering. A real divine bond was forged in that very moment. He can imagine his father coming home, right? He sees the empty plate and he's totally confused. To show him what happened, they did the whole thing again. And right there, in front of his dad's eyes, the deity was so moved by Raghunandana's love that he ate the offering a second time. So, this incredible event wasn't just some one-off miracle. It left behind a powerful, physical legacy that you can still see to this day. And, this experience shaped the entire rest of Raghunandana's life. He grew up to be this highly respected spiritual figure, famous for his beautiful devotional poems and his absolute dedication to his path. From that day on, that amazing interaction was immortalized. The deity, Gopīnātha, was from then on always shown holding a partially eaten sweet, a laddu, as this beautiful symbol of the connection between the heavens and a devoted child on earth. And what's so incredible is that this isn't just a fairy tale. If you go to the temple today, you can still see the deity holding that very same half-eaten laddu. It's a physical reminder of this divine play, this lila, between a little boy and his God. When you boil it all down, Raghunandana's story is really a powerful lesson. The source material puts it perfectly. His life shows how love and sincere belief can absolutely transform a person.
And this is not just some dusty old tale. For centuries, and even right now, the story of this little boy has been like a guiding light, inspiring people to deepen their own spiritual connection with that same kind of sincerity and love.
And that kind of leaves us with one final thought, doesn't it?
Raghunandana's story makes you wonder, in our own lives, if we act with that kind of pure, heartfelt intention, what impossible doors might just swing open for us?